No, that's okay. Hello, folks. How you doing? We got another exciting new guest who's got a product that I think anyone who wants to learn more about their palate, this is the gentleman that you need to hook up with. He is going to help you enjoy the smoke of your life. You'll understand it. You'll taste it. You'll know the notes about it. He is the creator. Let me introduce you to Nick Coutreau. Nick, how are you? Thank you very much for having us on board. What you have is of major interest to me and so many others. So would you please explain what this wonderful name is? How did people get it? How did you come across it? And what it could do for them?
Ron, thank you for having me on the show.
Oh, our pleasure. Our pleasure.
I really enjoy your show. You have one of the best shows in the industry.
Thank you. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
So it's my pleasure to be here.
So, grazie, and they say in Italian. Thank you very much.
I want to see the book, too. I want to see the book.
I've been in the business 30 years. I started out as a cigar salesman. In 1995, there was a cigar boom. I started making cigar equipment. And I still make cigar equipment. But my passion was learning how to develop your palate. And I couldn't find a resource that taught me how to develop my palate. And that's why I developed this system. So the system is ProPalate, demystifying the art of taste. And with this system, you establish references. If you don't have a reference, there's no way you're going to find that taste note in a cigar. So there's 20 references and 5 tobaccos. With this kit, you can calibrate your palate and get it razor sharp. So when you're smoking your favorite cigars, those taste nuances come to you like rainbows of color.
Amazing. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a seasoned smoker. I mean, this definitely brings a lot more to the table.
Yeah, a lot of the seasoned smokers. That's a good point, Bob. Bob made a good point. A lot of seasoned smokers, they find these taste nuances intuitively, but they don't know how to teach it to the younger smokers. Yep. So with this kit, you're able to share your knowledge with people and help them develop a palate much quicker. I'm sure it took you a long time to develop your palate.
Yeah. I mean, I have a pretty good palate and I could taste certain things, but I really didn't know what it was yet, you know? And it took a long time to get to that point. But this would have been a great instant recognition chart for me.
I wish it was available 40 years ago when I started smoking.
Oh, yeah.
Because when I started smoking, we referred to cigars in simple terms. A cigar is either a bad cigar, a good cigar, or an extraordinary cigar.
There you go.
That was the extent of our sensorial language. Then Cigar Aficionado came out, and they started using all these taste references, and it made the old timers frustrated. We couldn't find those because we didn't have the sensorial language, but now we have it. And along with the kit, I wrote a book called Cigar Bliss, which is the first comprehensive manual on how to develop your kit. With this book, you'll be able to train your palate and understand why you taste certain things and why you may not be tasting them, and how you can develop your palate to further your enjoyment of your cigar smoking experience. It's 187 pages.
Wow. Broken down into serious detail.
If I didn't cover everything that affects your smoking experience, I would like to think that I almost did.
I would think you covered a lot here.
What I found interesting was, I never heard of it, but talk about the test strips. I guess that's how we'd start, right?
Yeah, so with this kit, you can find out why you have certain taste preferences. They're gene deep.
Gene deep. All right, I like that. Ooh.
So, you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, let me tell you a little about it. So, for the last part of the 20th century, scientists thought that your ability to taste was determined by your mood and your upbringing. But then some discoveries were made that were able to identify that the population is broken into 4 taste categories. We have normal tasters, we have moderate sensitivity, sensitive, and ultra sensitive. Once you know what your taste sensitivity level is, you will no longer complain to your wife about sending the food back to the kitchen so often because it's too salty, not salty enough, too bitter, too sour. She just is an ultra sensitive taster. So now she can help you find those taste notes in a great cigar, because most women have better palates than men, believe it or not.
I believe it. I believe it.
That's amazing.
So how does
I'm
this
so
work?
taken back. I mean, I'm listening to you and like, my God, I'm picturing this, how you came across this.
Well, it took me 3.5 years to write the book, but 45 years to know what to write.
Okay, yeah. That's doing your research and understanding 45 years of what's going on.
To put DNA in a nutshell, with an eye drop of saliva, they can trace your entire genetic history, your ancestral history, back a couple of 100 years. Many of us have had our ancestral DNA tested, right? And they go back hundreds of years, right? So with an eye drop of saliva, you can find out what your mouth taste sensitivity is in a matter of 5 minutes.
Unbelievable.
And how will that help somebody?
Okay. So now you'll start to understand your taste preferences. So for instance, I give Ron my favorite cigars and he doesn't like them. And I keep wasting my favorite cigars with Ron because he smokes the first inch and puts it down. The reason is I like Connecticut, but Ron doesn't care for Connecticut because Connecticut has an inherent bitter and sour taste to it. So it turns his palate off and he doesn't give it a chance to develop. So I don't waste my good cigars on Ron anymore.
Right.
I give them to Bob because Bob also has the same DNA mouth sensitivity that I do.
There you go. And you give him the White Owls. That's
I give right.
Oh yeah, I love you, brother. So you have a group here. How many times or how many tests can you do?
Okay, so there's 3 strips in each one, so you can test yourself, your wife, and your cigar comrade.
Okay.
3 of your favorite people in life.
And
is that
after
like an
those
instant result?
Instant results.
Okay.
after that, can people order more?
Yes, you can go to ProPalate.net.
ProPalate.net, folks. I'm telling you, this is good stuff. This is great stuff to know. Moving forward to look at what he has a way of showing here. All right. Yeah, you hold this, Bob. You want to do that? And explain what we got.
So in here we have 20 references of the most common taste associations found in cigars. For instance, cedar, black pepper, cinnamon, nutmeg, roasted nuts, chocolate, vanilla, caramel. In these reference jars, you calibrate your palate until you can identify them.
And you open up and you smell them and smell them and you smell them.
And I don't know what I picked up, but I just want to check
these
that
are
out.
the ones with the brown caps are tobaccos.
Ah.
So these are the most common tobaccos. He's smelling right now Piloto Cubano from Dominican Republic.
May I? Okay.
We have San Andres.
Oops, sorry.
We have Habano and Connecticut.
Oh, it's right there. There we go.
So on the bottom of the bottles have the name of the reference.
Amazing.
What a fantastic idea.
And these
My God,
are-
Nick.
Okay. Fresh hay. Oh, God, yeah. Wow.
Okay. Interesting. But that really gets the nose going too, man.
Yeah.
It's really an understanding. So when you're retrohale, you can get all that smell and learn what you just put in your
you
mouth.
just can't get the word out. What is that? And you know the association, but there it is. I mean, you can go say, I think that's it. Yes or no, pick it out. Beautiful.
Takes all the guesswork out of it.
Yeah.
And it's no longer subjective. This is objective.
And look at the case that it comes in, folks. I mean,
Really, really
look at
nice,
this.
man. It's like a humidor.
Solid
Perfect.
cedar, made in Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. How can we get these again, Nick?
ProPalate.
ProPalate.
We'll get back into the picture.
.net.
.net. Folks, this is amazing. This is truly amazing. And again, I'm going to show you the board that you're looking at. And what we just showed you was all the spices and everything. And you have an actual board on it. So everything is there. Everything for your knowledge. And this is class 101 of your palate. I mean, He made it so easy. This
You want to
is.
show them the game on the back?
Didn't even know there was a game. I did see start finish, but there's a game on the back for you to learn. How about that, Nick? Tell them. I mean, I didn't realize that. I see start and finish up on top.
Different regions.
How's it go?
There you go. Look at that.
So these are the different growing regions of the premium cigar tobaccos that we enjoy in the cigars that we smoke. So you can familiarize yourself with those regions.
Look at that, folks. I know there's a little bit of a glare, but this is amazing. I mean, Nick has really broken it down to the easiest understanding of everything you want to know about tobacco.
I mean, his 45 years you can get in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, just go on and online and order this now. Whatever the price is that you get it at, it's well worth it if you truly care about what you smoke and you really want to understand what it is.
Yeah, it's a great teaching tool. As I said before, I mean, you can tell others how to achieve those, the notes that they're trying to explain. What am I getting on the smoke? What am I picking up? Go right there. It's all in the box.
You made it easy,
Beautiful.
Nick. You really
Thank you,
have.
Ron.
Maybe too
Ron and
easy.
I think you got a fantastic deal. I tell you what, I am going to be ordering one of these because I'm not that good. I always tell you I don't really have it, but I think this is going to take me to the next level.
It will.
It really
Maybe
will.
Once you go through this kit or read the book, you'll never smoke a cigar the same way. The first cigar you smoke after this, you'll enjoy more, and every one thereafter.
And I can understand what's going on.
Absolutely. And
Oh
teach
my God,
it, and teach it to
fantastic.
others.
And I will. Folks, here you heard it, man.
Thank you, Nick.
Make sure you jump online. It's one thing for everyone. Everyone could use this. Even if you think you are a master at it all, hey, pick it up and teach someone else to be just as good as you. Nick, thank you.
Thank you, Ron.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Nick. I appreciate
Fantastic
your time.
show. It was a pleasure
to
meeting
meet you,
you.
man.
We'll definitely touch base when I get home next week.
Likewise.
All right? Have a great day.
You too.
Folks, hang loose. Right now, we're going to be moving to our next special guest. We're moving as fast as we can for you. Time is now starting to go against us. We got 3 hours of a real race going. Thanks. Stay tuned. Hold on. We'll be at our next